Hey, what's up, guys? So today I traded a number of different stocks. I think I started out with UA. So on UA, I actually set a bunch of limit orders up here for the short. And the reason I did this is because the stock had dropped down, it gapped down, and then it was holding this level. So what I was thinking is this is going to be a Red Devil play, what Brian P from Bare Bulls Traders talks about. So I set it, it hit it, and then on the way down, I basically scaled out, and I scaled out a bit more here, only because, and actually not scaled out a bit more. I got out my entire position is because I saw it was struggling. And eventually it did pop up. So in this level, it was holding it. So I got out some of my pieces right at that level, and then on the way back up, I got out. It did drop below that eventually, but it did pop back up. So that's my trade on UA. It's really a quick scalp. I was hoping if this was a good Red Devil play and it played the way it should play, it would hit all these limits. And the reason I set it around these areas is because of the two SMAs, the VWAP and whatnot. It should just tank, but this stock is not really that big of a mover. It's not big of a mover, meaning that the average true range for this stock is pretty low. So it was already it's already dropped quite a bit, even though it's only like 3 hours down and whatnot. So percentage wise, that was pretty big. So that was UA. And then I did OMER. I didn't hold it too long because it kind of got stopped here. But I took a small size, 300 shares. Reason why I took it this way is because on the 5 minute, you see down here on the 5 minute, it formed an engulfing crack. So on the way down, I just covered. It struggled here for a bit, so I covered the rest of it. But eventually, it did hit 1420, and then kind of went back up a bit, and now it's down to 1378. But it is what it is. I just want to play it safe. I mean, it actually did pop back up quite a bit. So yeah, so I just stopped it because of that. Originally, I had set my profit target to be way down here, somewhere along where the SMA was coming up. Usually it hits it and it bounced exactly how it's doing right here. It bounced a bit and then it'll drop again. So I was setting it maybe down here, 1420 might have been my target, but because of this stoppage here, I just sort of got all out. So that was OMER, and then I did race. So this is Ferrari. I went short. I didn't go short here because I didn't want to chase it, and also because it hit the SMA, so it was going to do a bounce. So I waited for the bounce to finish, and also because I think the float and the volume for this is not too high. So I didn't want to take too big of a size. I only took 100 shares. I set a tight stop loss up here, so it was like maybe a 10-cent stop loss. It didn't bounce at all. It just dropped. I didn't cover here because I was hoping it would get down to the 170 level. It didn't. It bounced around here, and then I just got out around VWAP. So that was a decent profit, even though it's for 100 shares, but that was from 170, 185 all the way down to 171 ish. So good 70, 80 bucks from 100 shares. NSP, I made some money on NSP. The stock gap down quite a bit, dollar wise and percentage wise. It's like $35, $36 now that it's down. Held this level, it seems to be making its way back up, hit this, went back down, and then held VWAP. Reason I went long here is because on the 15-minute, well, at the time it was making a new 15-minute high. As you can see, it started to continue to make the highs there. And also on the 5-minute, there's basically a lot of headroom to go. It dropped, there's plenty of headroom. And then on the 1 minute, what I saw that I like on the 1 minute is the fact that it was holding this level, even though the SMA was coming down. This was pretty much flat along with VWAP, and it just held it. It held the EMAs held along VWAP. Made a new 1 minute high. I went long. I set my stop loss somewhere down here. It was a mental stop loss. I didn't actually put it in. Again, 100 shares, it bounced. I didn't get out here, but on the way, it looks like it was coming back down, so I got out. Usually what happens is it breaks through, and then it comes back down, and then it'll go through again. So I was watching this, but I didn't want to take it. The spread was not too favorable. It was like 20-30 cent spread. So even with 100 shares, though, I made about a point on this. So that was another decent play. And then BIDU really screwed me up. I got chopped up a bit here. I actually went short, and then I got out pretty much at break even. I went short again, and then I had to cover twice. So I went short, covered, short, covered. And then here, I saw that, okay, now it's flatlining. So I went short, added to my position, added to it, got stopped out, added to, and then I went short again, and then it dropped here. I was expecting it to pop back up, got out. So I didn't really make much money at all. I actually lost money on BIDU. Small sizes, I think the most I ever gotten was 600 shares. So pretty much I lost money, although eventually it did break through. So if I were patient with this stock, because it was a very strong stock, so that was one of my problems I needed to work more on, is on stocks that are trending upwards. I probably need to wait quite a bit. Don't take the first one. I missed this. So I had a little bit of a FOMO. That's why I took this. And also I thought this was going to just break through the SMA here at this point. Because in the previous ones, that's usually what happens is it drops, hit this level, go up a bit, and then it'll drop back to VWAP. That didn't happen. I should have, after this play, I should have just stopped and watched the stock. Instead, I keep trying to preempt the stock, which cost me money instead. Eventually, it did go my way, but if I took it here, where it did a double top, made high of the day, maybe take a position right here, put a stop loss up here, that would have been good. But instead, I missed this really good opportunity on the short side. It basically dropped all the way down to this level. So, yeah, it was not a good play on BIDU. But what I did that was a good play is ROKU. So for ROKU, I pretty much I saw that he made a 15-minute high. At this point, I was moving up. So what I did was, and then also on the 5-minute, it was forming a new 5-minute high. So I went long. And then they pop up. I didn't scale out here at all. That was probably my mistake. I should have. But I was aiming for 141 initially. So I didn't scale out. It did drop, but I held it. And the reason I held it is because on a lot of these reversals, I see it would usually go up, drop, form a double bottom, and then it would go back up again. So instead of stopping out, I actually scaled back in. Unlike other people you see on YouTube who just average down or average up, you have to have a plan. My plan and my expectation was that either it will go up to 141 or drop back down, form a double bottom here. So this is one of the levels here. It did form a double bottom, so I added, it popped up, didn't really go anywhere. It dropped back down, held this level. I saw that I was holding this level. It looked like it was forming a new 1-minute high. Add in an extra 100 shares. It popped up, so I got out some here. And then I changed my profit target from 141 to 140, and so I basically scaled out on the way up to 140. So here I got out the last couple pieces up here. So I think overall this was like 500 or 600 shares. It popped up, hit my profit target. It's almost a point actually. So average wise, I think it was like 70 to 80 cents. So it hit here. It's trying to make 141. It didn't make 141. So it's either going to collapse or it'll just probably chop up and down. Eventually, it may make it to VWAP, just because stocks tend to make it to VWAP, but VWAP is probably going to drop down to 141 or something like that, the volume weighted average price. So, but that's it. And as you know, I didn't really show my P&L here, but overall, it was a pretty good day. I took like 45 tickets overall because I took pretty small sizes. You just need to manage the risk reward ratio, and then you can get a pretty good run out of this. So small sizes, and I was still able to make a decent amount. And showing P&L is kind of pointless because it's really the people who try to sell classes or whatever. That's not what I'm doing. I'm here for my own personal growth, doing recaps just to see how I improve as a trader. I've been taking smaller sizes, as you may have noticed from how I used to trade to where I'm at now. I trade a lot less sizes, but profit-wise, I'm pretty much the same. So I save a lot on commission, so that makes up for it as well. So yeah, it's about managing risk. It's about getting some good setups and understanding when to stop out. So I feel pretty good about my day today. And yeah, we'll go from there.